Hello everyone, I welcome you to another interesting tutorial. So today I'll be showing you how to draft and cut a jumpsuit without waist joining. What I'm doing right here on paper can actually be done directly on fabric. Now the reason why I have these border lines here is to show you something. Let's assume you are making this with an Ankara fabric. I assume this is the selvage, which is the etiage of the Ankara. This is the selvage. Now for this part, this is the selvage, okay? Now I'll be using this for the front and this for the back of the jumpsuit. Now starting with the front, you are going to fold selvage to selvage. It means you are folding this way from one selvage to another selvage, this way, right here, okay? Now, the first thing you are going to do is to rule your starting line at the top of the fabric, then measure the length you are using for your jumpsuit with additional 2 inches for the hem. So after taking the length, let's assume I'm using this whole length. The next thing is at the center front of the fold, at the center of the fold here, you are going to take your crotch extension line, and the crotch extension line should be your hip measurement divided by 10. So whatever it gives you are going to measure it this way and rule it all the way down, okay? I'm just working with a miniature pattern, that is why this is so small. So I'm ruling the crotch extension, which is the hip divided by 10, okay? This is what I have there, rule it all the way down. Now, the next thing is to take your armhole line, okay? Your armhole line can be 8, it can be 9 inches, depends on what you want. So you take the armhole line, first of all. Then the next thing is to take the waist line, the waist length, okay? Then the hip line, and the crotch depth, okay? Now for the crotch depth of this jumpsuit, let me label this. This is the chest line, okay? This is the waist. This is the hip line. Though the hip line is not really necessary. Now the crotch length should be your hip measurement divided by 4 plus 3 inches. The hip divided by 4 plus 3 inches. And when you are taking the measurement, you are taking it from the waistline down, not from the upper part. From the waistline down, that's from the half length down. So whatever it gives you, just take it, okay? The hip measurement divided by 4 plus 3 inches. So you are taking it here. So this will be the crotch line, okay? Now that we have these lines, the next thing is to extend the crotch line outside to the crotch extension line. Now whatever you have on the crotch extension line minus half inch. Let's say by the time you measured your crotch extension at this front, you have 5 inches. Measure half. Remove it from it at this point, so you should be left with 4.5 here, I mean, okay? So that 4.5, so it won't be too excess, is what you now have to curve this way. So you curve it this way and you have the crotch shape. I hope you are following, okay? So now that 4.5 outside is what you now rule down. Please work with your measurement, okay? Work with your measurements. So I'm ruling this down, okay? Now this is the line we are following. Now we can now take the measurement. At the top, you are taking the shoulder measurement, okay? Now, here is the armhole length. So we are going to come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slant. Then we are extending this down straight. Then we are taking the armhole curve, all right? Like I said, this is the front. So for the armhole curve, you can take the mid armhole, go in by ½ inch, then curve your armhole this way, all right? So then you must have taken the bust divided by 4 here to know where this will end. The bust measurement divided by 4. On the waistline, you take the waist measurement divided by 4. Then on the hip line, you are going to take the hip measurement divided by 4 plus, because you are making it a palazzo, it's going to be like an A line all the way down. So when you take the hip measurement divided by 4 on the hip line, you are going to add extra 1 inch for ease. I hope you understand. So hip divided by 4 plus 1 inch for ease. So you are going to connect this measurement first off, the bust to the waist to the hip. Then from the hip, you are going to just, if you want it straight down from the hip, you can take it straight down. If you want a little bit of A-line shape, you can just from the hip do a little bit of A-line shape to the side. I hope you understand. It depends on how free you want it. Now look at what we have here. The front is set. So the next thing is to take the neckline. The neckline width can be 3, 4, depends on the width you want. Then the depth can be 3 to 4 inches to 5, depends on the depth you want. So I'm going to mark the neckline for this front here. And I will slant the shoulder, and I have the front, okay? Now we are going to add seam allowance to this part for joining. ½ inch seam allowance. Then to this side also, you add your seam allowance of 1 inch. Seam allowance of 1 inch. And we are set, okay? So to the shoulder and armhole, you're adding ½ inch. That's if you're making a sleeve. Okay, you're adding sleeve. Then you add ½ inch to your neckline, and we are good to go. So I'm going to quickly cut this out, and we are going to use it to cut out the back. Okay. So this is the front. I'm cutting it out to cut the back. So you should have 2 pieces. So the only joining that we have is by this center front. No waist joining. Alright, so the front is ready. Now all you do is come to the back, fold into 2 the same way. You know, if you are dealing with Ankara or any material, just fold in a way that you have your length, can accommodate your length. Then I'm going to place the front on it. Then first of all, we are going to trace out the same shape, first of all, for the center front. Then the neckline for the back can be higher, alright? It can be higher. Then we are tracing this. Trace the armhole. The armhole for the back will not be as deep as that of the front, so you have to bring it out a bit. Then we are tracing the side. So we are going to do a little bit of alteration for the back, because the back is having a zipper and we don't want zipper bulge, okay? So now that I have traced out, I'm going to mark the waistline. It's very important. We need this waistline. So we are marking out the waistline, okay? Now, because the back is having a zipper, first off, remember we added just ½ inch to this center front. So we'll be completing it by adding extra ½ inch because of zipper for the back. So we are making the zipper allowance 1 inch. So we are doing it this way. You don't have to come up on this crotch. Just blend it here to make this zipper allowance 1 inch, okay? By adding ½ inch extra. Now this is the waistline. We've added zipper allowance already. So on the waistline at the center back, because we want shaping for zipper so that the zipper will not budge, we are going to move in by 1 inch on the waistline. So from this waistline, I'll go in by 1 inch. Let me assume from here to here is my 1 inch. Then you connect it back this way, then back to the top this way. Then back to the top this way. So this will control zipper bulge, alright? So at the side, the 1 inch, you are going to replace it so there is no shortage. Then we'll connect it back to the bust, then blend it towards the upper hip, okay? Now this is just the alteration that we have at the back. So I'm going to just go ahead and cut out the back. And you have your jumpsuit without waist joining pattern, which you can do directly. You can do this directly on the fabric, okay? You can do it directly on your fabric. Okay, so we have this. So here is the back. So by the time you join, it's going to come this way, and you totally eliminate zipper bulge. And we have the front, okay? So the front will come together this way. The front will come together this way, okay? So whatever neckline you want here, you can have it. For the sample I have, you can see the placket, okay? It has a placket, so you just leave opening for the placket, then you come with an external placket and fix it, okay? I think I have a video of that on my page. If you scroll down my page on how to fix front plackets, you can check it out. Thank you for watching.